Welcome YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, Rhythmic Lightworker Oracle. Oh, I've been trying to get started. I just could not get, couldn't get right. And I kind of felt like that's what the energy. Hi, Penny Pie. Hi, Penny Pie. Watch out. No, you're going to burn yourself. I kind of feel like that's how the energy's been. Because I actually started a different video and completely different background, right? Pulled the cards you saw before us. Sorry, I'm lighting my Palo Santo. Watch out. Psst, get down. And just clear the energy out a little bit because I was having trouble getting started here. And transmute this energy real quick. Y'all hear that resin? That sound? I don't know if you can hear it or not. It sounds, it's a good sound when it comes to Palo Santo. So I'm gonna restart this here real quick. And okay, I was guided to go get my hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evils. Most High, please come in. Oh, and I also want to say shalom's all around. Okay. Most High, now that I've cleared this space, allow Saint Germain to please come in and connect with me, wrap me in a cylinder of violet flame so that while I channel this energy, we can transmute it and clear it out as we go. Sorry, I've got to get a drink. Please bless this reading and allow this Palo Santo to subsequently clear out any of the stagnant energy from our, sorry, it's driving me nuts. Any of our, any stagnant energy that may be hanging around from any old readings or any old concepts of other timelines. We're just going to go ahead and knock those out right now. I was guided today, which I only do this once, you know, in a, I was going to say blue moon, but it's more like once in a, you know, once in a full blood moon, blue moon, blood, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But, and since I thought, well, I'm already getting my pandas out. I may as well get my panda deck out. Layered. But, okay. Most High. I now ask my ego self to perch on my left shoulder. And I now ask my ego self and our ego selves not to interrupt us during our reading. You may want to create a face for your ego, give it a shape, give it a symbol so that if it shows up during this reading at all, you know your ego is in the way, and that's your cue to ask it to sit back on your shoulder so that you can get your message, okay? Okay. Most High, holy ancestors of the highest of white light, please come in and allow us any clear, concise messages that need to come through. May they be blessed by the Holy Spirit. Okay, I just heard Mary Magdalene. She's actually one of my guides. She is actually one of my past lives, actually. The Empress. Mary Magdalene, baby. She is on it. They tried to put her in a box, you know, with how her, with who she was and what she came to do. But in reality, she was a high priest, an empress, who had a daughter who was an empress. And she had to take her to the monastery after the crucifixion. And I just cut the deck on the Ten of Pentacles and the World card. So I welcome you, Mary Magdalene. King of Swords and the Emperor. See, I did a pull a while ago, like earlier, and the Emperor and the Empress came out then too. And I thought, oh, this is just the card. I need to shuffle. Oh, look at this. Two of Cups. And this is the Truth, Ace of Wands. With Justice. This is your Justice. Oh, I'm getting Christ consciousness. I'm getting masculine, feminine, yin and yang. I'm getting balance of karmic timeline, balance of debt, the balance of debt. Can you guys see? Okay, just making sure. I haven't done this camera angle in a while. I want to make sure I'm not overshadowing it. Oh. So, it looks like, I was just talking about Magdalene and the crucifixion. I feel like perhaps this is justice for a lot of timelines that have been messed up. I feel like the Emperor and the Empress are going into that King of Swords energy. Like, it's like, I ain't a killer, but don't push me, right? And I say that because of the Two of Cups right here. And then the Ace of Wands on top of it. And this is your Justice for a lot of, like, messed up past timelines. Yeah, you're going into that King of Cups energy. Yep. A lot of sacrifices. Yeah, there's... Someone got thrown to the... See how they're holding the baby down and these hands are reaching up for the baby in his sleep. That's a sacrifice of the lamb right there. King of Cups could have tried to sacrifice a child. Or maybe did. Something that could be significant about, oh, see the lotus flower here. Significant about the butterfly. It was a starseed. Starseed child. What else am I getting, Spirit? I want this to be a nice, beautiful message, you know? If we can, Holy Spirit, can we ask that we don't have any sacrifice in this one? Unless this is absolutely pertinent to the information, in which case I ask that the cards come back out. However, I was just wanting to get on my panda bear. I wanted to get my pandas out. I didn't think I was going to be doing an... Okay. I didn't think I was going to be doing an Akashic Records read, but it looks like I'm going to be. Page of Wands. Yeah, someone's going right on their journey. Okay. Yep. It looks like a little boy. Someone tried to sacrifice a child, or they did, to the devil. See, either that or honestly, it feels like See, look at that butterfly again. Something about that butterfly with the cups. Oh, okay. Thank you. They said we're gonna give you the good aspects this time. Okay. Yeah. Someone could drive a motorcycle. One of those old school motorcycles, you know, with the one big headlight. Looks like someone's rushing in. Or trying to. Okay. I feel like there's two different timelines going on of the same soul, okay? This came out first, which lets me, and of course I was hearing Mary Magdalene. I feel like this is that energy. I feel like that's this energy on this over here. I feel like you've had that past life as a, look at that, as you've been a starseed in every lifetime though. See the peacock feather? It looks like, no, that's not it. I don't feel like that's it. Most High said, follow your gut. Stop trying to read it with your mind and read it with your heart like you always do. Honestly, peacocks sacrificed a starseed child in this lifetime to the devil as a young boy, just getting on this journey. He never got to become that Knight of Cups energy, Chariot. He could have been hit by a car. No, if he was hit by a car, here, let me put these in here. If he was hit by a car, honestly, it doesn't feel like he was, someone got hit by a car in this lifetime. They didn't make it out. They've been chained to the devil. Someone used them as a sacrifice, and it looks like they've been a sacrifice every lifetime since. The Hermit. This came out in the first one. Okay, so, yeah, they sacrificed a hermit, or you had to go into your hermit energy. Either way, take it how it resonates. Yeah, you've been a hermit every single lifetime. But able to work. Yeah. You learned. You're kind of like me. You said, fine. If the universe isn't gonna allow me, or fine, if the system isn't gonna allow me to get my education the way that the rest of the collective consciousness gets their education, then I guess I'm just gonna do it myself. And you could have been a scholar or an aspirant on the spiritual path many lifetimes. And I feel like this has come to pass this lifetime. You've started with like that Christ consciousness, like I said. It has given you the ability to put, yeah, there's some kind of communication coming in. Or a wish, you know. Yeah, it looks like you've gone within. You're going into that hermit mode, that Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. This is going to pay very well for you. This is going to pay off for you. There's Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you could have either, you know, 6 of you and your family, or you could have, you know, like, yeah, it looks like the toil and labor, it's going to pay off. You're fixing to get an offer. It's going to seem like a miracle, too, from the lover. Or maybe if it's not a lover, it's a divine, like a divine soulmate contract, you know, where you're both sitting on the same, under the same umbrella, partnership, always, you know, always there, but, and no one can come between you, you know. This is your justice. I can, yeah, with this Two of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck as well, and your Two of Cups over here. I'm seeing positive things. I'm seeing this is what you are meant to do, and as a result, you are gonna have a partnership coming in. I'm just gonna say partnership, okay? Sorry, the cats are fighting with each other. You'll have a partnership coming in. Sorry, my dog is snoring. My cats are fighting. Because you've gone within. It looks like you're both going within. Saving your coin. This is really going to help. This incoming communication is going to be about some kind of partnership, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, and I'm looking at this. Honestly, you could have 4 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. And you could maybe even 5 kids. But I see a lot of pentacles. I see a lot of cups, you know. And I'm loving this higher learning. I'm learning this toiling for, you know, saving your coin, saving your pentacle for a rainy day type thing. Yeah. Just kind of sitting on it, sitting on your money, you know. Just watch what you're spending right now, okay? 9 of Wands, yeah. Yeah, you're healing. You're healing. You let yourself heal. You've been through a lot, okay? I can see that. King of Pentacles, yeah, okay. Let yourself heal, because on the other side of this comes justice. When I see this, I'm doing my 2 different timelines here. Honestly, it just feels like you've got a King of Pentacles and Temperance. Yeah, the Sun card. Out again. Hang on. Let me get clarification. I don't always use these cards. Okay. Most High, Saint Germain, I now ask for you to come in and wrap the violet flame of transmutation around these cards as I shuffle light into the deck. Yeah, it came out again. I ask that you, Most High, bless these cards as I dedicate them to absolute truth and clarity. Most High, please help me figure out exactly what's going on. Most High, Holy Angels, Holy Spirit, can I please get a clarification on this? Thank you. Page of Wands, yeah, Page of Wands again. Or Pages, it's the only one that didn't come out in this one. Yeah, Like, whatever you grow and cultivate is going to, it's going to have light in it because you're a starseed. You know? Or you could literally be a lumberjack. You never know, you know? You could like to wear flannel. Oh, you may have to be using wood, the Death card. 4 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords in reverse and the Magician. Okay, so yeah, you're fixing to reap the harvest. Yeah, you got the 4 of Pentacles down, literally on the 4 of Pentacles over here. Or the fork. Yeah. Okay, so with this, there's some kind of death coming to the, yeah, the wheel's turning. The wheel's turning. The Wheel of Fortune's going to be turning. So all of this work for you, the Page and the Death card. I feel like someone has gone through a massive transformation. They started to learn that being a true alchemist is not at all about doing witchcraft or spellcraft or voodoo or hoodoo, which originally was supposed to protect, but it was abused, just like all the other ancient knowledge and prophetic wisdom, which is why it was always forbidden. We locked it up. People can't take it. They abuse it. King of Pentacles. Oh, you got King of Pentacles coming in. Oh, and a 2 of Swords. Yeah, don't fly in blind on this one. The Tower. Yeah, the Tower's coming in. I feel like someone may have been messing with timelines and got your timelines all screwed up, because it almost feels like I'm channeling someone with dementia or something. I'm like, yeah, and then, yeah, maybe I am. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna balance this out. Temperance, you're fixing to come into your, yep, the Empress again. You're creating something very special in your solar plexus. You're literally creating the you're creating, yeah, heck, you may even have to give birth, okay? A death and rebirth, though, is what it feels like. You may be giving birth, literally be giving birth to, yeah, you went in, started meditating. You're going from that Page of Wands energy to that King of Wands energy. And that King of Pentacles energy. And that is what's going to cause the death and rebirth. And the 4 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. Things are going to start balancing out. Because you knew not to take some kind of messed up someone's ignoring their call. See how she's like, she's not reading. She's intentionally got her head turned away from the conch shell. When the conch shell, the whole time, the entire concept is your sound, the sound frequencies, like we always talk about. It's like she's not listening to her higher self. but it looks like she started to balance that out. Started balancing out her finances, or at least helping catch the criminals who are going up against your finances, because a lot of us are getting scammed. Identity thefts and whatnot. The Empress and the King of... Yeah, listen, I'm proud of you. Whatever's going on. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. I feel like someone tried to crucify you again this lifetime. Yeah, okay, so I'm moving through this lifetime of dementia now. Someone tried to hex you. I feel like you've had an evil eye on you since long ago. Look at that. Evil eye. I said evil eye, and look at that. It's a protection symbol, sigil for the sun, but yeah, I'm gonna have it come out. First string. Is this a string? Oh yeah, Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Yeah, you've got a connection coming in. You've both done the work. See, he's got an activated Kundalini, thy rod and staff, they comfort me. See, remember, you're the one that chose the wood. You're the one that chopped down the tree. You are the one that did all of this, okay? And now you're coming out on the other side of it as that King of Wands, okay? And as you do, it's going to spin your Wheel of Fortune. You're turning into that King of Wands. So now you're done cutting up your wood. You're done with your harvest. You're done finding your magic staff. The one that connects you, that pillar between heaven and earth. You've balanced your chakras. You're now becoming that king energy. And that's the truth. It's time to start cultivating, planting your seeds. It's all about moving with the ebb and flow of the universe. Just like planting a harvest, planting a crop, something like that. You go with the ebb and flow of the nature, the Pleiades. Yeah, look, I just cut the deck. The Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. You could be an indigenous, or someone could be indigenous from, because I really felt drawn to do the pandas. I felt drawn to, someone's an earth angel, first of all, but I feel like it's a masculine earth angel, or like a masculine energy, of course. Someone maybe who is by the water or wants to go to the water from the water, you know. It looks maybe even like two brothers and a sister here. It's giving me chill, brah, or whatever. Yeah, everybody's had their hand out. It's like you have been working, but then when it came to, yeah, you could, that's why I say you could have a lot of kids. Like, you could have like 5 children, I'm seeing. Yeah. The Hanged Man, someone put you in a position that you didn't have a choice but to go through your spiritual awakening. It was like either you go through that awakening, yeah, it was like you were being whipped. This is the slave lifetime that I'm dealing with. The Emperor lifetime, where you could have literally been a shaman, you could have been a healer, a lifetime. You could, yeah, here we go. Now they're really showing me all of it. You were that pirate energy that we saw. But every lifetime, you got ripped apart from your Magdalene, from your love, from your holy, divine counterpart, okay? When they ripped you off your throne, because they called you a heretic and her a magician, it's always been extremely, you know, that tower. But finally, that tower hit. I feel like that tower finally hit. As I say that, actually, I feel like, yeah, I see that you've been a doctor one time, you've been a leader, you've been a teacher, and this time you're coming in It looks like, Holy Spirit, can I see this lifetime? I heard, not just yet. We're still in the indigenous life. Okay. It looks like every single timeline, whether you're a timeline of an animal, whether you're in your timeline of a human as the indigenous, it kind of looks like every time your palace gets taken, like the five, like, yeah, they won't let you be together, man. It's like nobody, look, if they have to conspire and literally flaunt themselves in front of you, it doesn't matter. They're gonna get you if they want you, right? That concept. But what they didn't understand is that your counterpart has the ability to bring down justice and judgment. Your true divine counterpart, the one that you're meant to be with, you know, and that's rare. There's only a handful that has the ability to do that and get away with it, because it has to be a righteous, and it has to be righteous. It has to be, you can't just wake up the ancestors and say, hey, I need justice, I need your help, I need y'all to go to bat for me in spiritual court. I mean the OG ancestors, and expect to get away with any playing, lying, messing around. So I feel like every lifetime they killed her, they killed you, they hurt you, but no matter what, like in each lifetime you woke up, and that's almost why they put you to sleep every time. It's almost like that's what made them go, you know what, this one we have to put back to sleep over and over and over again. Whether it was you, like it said, once we hit the Six of Cups, whether it was you or your divine masculine, either way, whether you were Ten of Swords every lifetime, whether she was labeled as a heretic, there was always someone coming between you, you know, working hard too, working hard, meditating on it. Eight of Swords, it's like every single time y'all were bound and couldn't be with one another. It's like, you know what it's giving me? That energy, like, no matter what you did, you just couldn't get right. Like, in this lifetime, you showed up in this body, and they showed up in this body, right? But you were still that, you were still soulmates, you know? In this lifetime, you know, you were in two different places. You couldn't live in the same place because, you know, you're you know, from, looks like, you know, desert climate, and it looks like she is literally in a different country. You know, it just gives that vibe of there's no water here, there's no desert here, not as much as, you know. And so, and it was done this way on purpose a long time ago. Look at this. There was a high priestess, there was somebody doing magic behind the moon. I can't make it up. Look at that. Three of Wands. To keep two loves, see this, apart. Even here, you're just not even the same breed. In this one you're a wolf, and in this one you're a Labrador, but there's always that one person that comes in between you every single lifetime. Look at this. Especially if I'm channeling the Magdalene energy. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of work. Yeah. A lot of pain and sorrow. The Viking era. The indigenous era. Lifetime, no matter what, you were hurt. See, you even got, it looks like even when you were blessed with the pearl of life, like maybe you were given a child, it looks like even that ended in heartache and loss. See, it's like no matter what, the two of you just couldn't get right in the same timeline, in the same place. And this one, you're best friends instead of masculine and feminine, you know. You know what I mean? Until finally the planets look like they lined up. And boom. Something would happen in each lifetime that would draw the two of you together. See? It's like that Cupid's arrow where, boom, you found each other. See what I mean? It's like he's floating down the river. She's just walking with her whether it was Mastodon or not Mastodon. See, I'm in a past lifetime. She's walking with her cattle. He's just floating down the river, but they both got that staff, that light. And it's almost like that's exactly what had to happen. In each lifetime, you'd find each other some weird way. It's like the universe. See how it's cloudy in both of the backgrounds until you get to the middle where they're together, and then suddenly it's like a beautiful pink Shambhala moment where the sky is never the same color, and it's magic, you know. And yeah, see, and that would always start your family. Except, yeah, and you would always, something would happen where you would end up bound. Instead of being able to be with each other happily, you ended up separated. Both of you, look at this. This one's the Justice and the Five of Swords. See, it's like that energy of always three people. See? Always three people. No matter what you do, there's always three people. Somebody in the way trying to mess with it. Yep. See? Or they try to paint. It's almost like in order for the two of them to come back together again, they literally had to follow the map to each other and play this game of cosmic checkers or cosmic chess from two different lifetimes and two different timelines. It's the soul's journey. It's like no matter what they did, they just could not quite line themselves up with each other until something would happen. Yeah. The strength for the star. And the Eight of Wands. Yeah, yep. You could have, yeah, you had girls in one lifetime. You were Lemurians in one lifetime. Look at that, the indigenous. But no matter what, you always came together. And you always got there's always a collaboration in the background to separate you. It's like every lifetime you were bound not to be together, even though you were destined always to be together. See? Anytime they're together, the background's beautiful, the sun is shining, they're finally on the same page. Oh, there's even a little heart there. I don't know if you can see it. It's sweet. Let me see this one real quick. Let me get you out a Lost Soul Tarot. Because all of us have to go through that Lost Soul era of in our Akash before we can ascend. How was it in this next timeline? What happened during the Lost Soul timeline? Most High. Holy Spirit. What happened to cause these souls to feel lost in this next timeline? Hope, Temperance is right there on the bottom. Most High, Saint Germain, come in please and wrap a cylinder of violet flame around this deck of cards so that during this timeline we can transmute the energy in the Akash. As we channel this energy, I ask that you refreshen the energy of the cards as I shuffle white light into them and dedicate them to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. During this reading, I ask for a sphere of the highest white light during this Lost Soul timeline that I'm fixing to channel, and I ask that any karmic timelines be rendered no longer active when we finish this reading. I forgot to say that. Most High, Holy Ancestors, help me figure out what happened to this soul during this AKASHIC, during this lost time, during this timeline that made them lost. Look at that. You got no judgment. Something horrible happened. Immediately. It's Three of Swords in reverse, Judgment in reverse, Strength in reverse. Are my cards in reverse? Hold on, y'all. Hold on a second. I'm going to take them because I feel like I'm meant to. Let me straighten these out real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I may fast forward this part. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to mess it up, though, you know. I don't want anybody to be like, well, you didn't make sure that all the cards were in the upright, because some people are real particular about that. Although I'm not as particular about it, it does help to start, just as an FYI, it does help to start your readings accurately, and it helps to cleanse the energy of each of the cards, to touch each one of the cards, wrap light in each one of the cards before you decide to use the reading, use it to read with. That way you can bless the entire deck, and you can make sure that any stagnant energies that are left over, because these are like a telephone, you need to hang the phone up whenever you're done. But, let's see. No, they were not. I must have not been paying attention last time. Alright, let me put these back in then. Okay. Oh, let me get some lemon water, please. Alright. Now that I got the cards right, Most High. Okay. Ooh, come back here. Okay. Most High, what happened during this timeline to my CRYSTOS energy? CRYSTOS bloodline. What happened in this lifetime that caused such anguish? The Empress, the High Priestess. Ooh, so you were. You've always been that high energy frequency. Look at that. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. King of Swords and the Lovers. Okay, so once again, you two were that King of Swords, High Priestess energy, that Empress energy, right? And it looks like the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Judgment is in reverse. Something happened that, oh, a King of Cups. A King of Cups could have came in. Eight of Cups. Page of Wands. Five of Swords and the Wheel. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. And then the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is, do you notice? Okay, so the first timeline that we did, the first deck, the pandas, mainly cups were coming out, okay? A lot of cups, a lot of pentacles, right? And then the second deck that we used, a lot of wands kept coming out, okay? Indigenous. This one is a lot of swords, okay? And in reverse, the Judgment in reverse, like, oh, yeah, death in the upright. Yeah, you got an unfair judgment, not only during your life, but also during your death. It caused you to, your soul, it was so bad what happened to you that it caused your soul to literally go back and regress. Yeah, there was a, it looks like it was like maybe your, during your night era, like that, I'm getting Great Britain, I'm getting, like a Knights, honestly, it's giving me the Knights Templar feel. Yeah. Look, if this is that Mary Magdalene energy, that Christos energy, quite frankly, then the entire reading is centered around the 12 apostles, Mary, and Jesus, right? The Fool. This is the truth as soon as I say that. The Four of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords at the bottom, at the very pinnacle, or, you know, the bottom of my pyramid here. I'm telling you, I think those are Knights Templar one. This one was this one caused all of us to really reclude back into our masculine, or into our, like, our leave me alone. We couldn't transmute this one. This one was really hard to get through. Yeah, the Four of Swords and the Nine of Cups. And what I'm saying here is the truth. This was rough, okay? I want you to know I understand that. And this is what caused us to come back over and over, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, until it feels like you were in the darkness for a little bit, and it looks like someone may have come to you and said, look, there's light at the end of this tunnel. Are you done? Are you done? And it brought the Tower in with their temperance. Some magic was done, man. Some kind of magic was done. But it was a fool's magic. It was not ordained. It was not permitted magic. Ace of Cups, yeah. Eight of Swords. This was rough on you. This one hurt. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. It looks like you were both bound, but separately. So it's kind of like someone literally taking a wall and placing it between the two of you so that you are not allowed ever again, or so that even, it's kind of like, even if the two of you do get close, there's always someone that's gonna intercede, that real quick. And it's because they know they have, it's like if you study energy, you comprehend that there's flux, that if I move an object here, something is going to happen over here. Even if you don't see it, I'm constantly moving that energy. It's going to ebb and flow, okay? It's that flux, okay? And so even though the two of you have absolutely always been like this, okay? Even though it's always been like this between the two of your souls, it's like they understood how powerful that the two of you were in one lifetime that you did come together. So they said, dude, we can't let this happen, because these two people coming together, this energy coinciding with itself on the other side is so vast that them doing it here, it's literally gonna cause the type of energy that people are used to being in to shatter. Their whole world will shatter, okay? That's what they're not understanding. Yep, Two of Cups. That, and Two of Swords underneath it. These two people, they have to come together. This is written. Look, Hangman. Look at that. Queen of Cups and the Hierophant, Queen of Swords, and the Two of Wands. I'm telling you, man, it's like, and the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, yeah. Knight of Cups. This is your Knights Templar moment. The Hermit. You got, ooh, this was not okay. What am I seeing? The Cathars. Yeah, the Cathar, that strength, look. Yeah, the Tower, and then it backfired, didn't it? Okay, it looks like there was some kind of, in this timeline, the one that caused you to literally just break down your soul, to break down. It dang near ended the world this time. And they said, look, we can't keep letting these two souls come together on Earth, because the reptilian agenda, it's not going to work. It's not going to play out the way we want it to. So we better get a grip on this right now. And they started intervening in certain bloodlines and timelines and going backward and forward. Yep. See? Binding that night in a flame. Okay? Because they understood the power, if these two people come together, what would happen. Okay? And they understood. And the devil said, this can't happen. So we're going to have to bind them up. They're going to have to all go against each other. Why am I saying that part? Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Hierophant and the Moon. Every single time in our decks, each one of these timelines, this has been like the consensus. It's like the Hierophant, the Moon. It's like a Queen, Hierophant, Moon, Two of Swords type energy. Oh, Hangman. See, you guys have been bound every time. And this time, it hurt your souls so badly. It hurt so badly that you couldn't transmute it. It caused your souls to regress a few lifetimes. This time, it looks like someone stole your cups from you. Yep. And bound you. They bound your Sophia. They bound the feminine. And the masculine, and took the money. Yep. Yeah, they did it for the money. They said they were getting justice, and they weren't. The King, Page of Pentacles, over money. Yep. Jealousy and greed. Oh, I just saw someone getting filleted. Most High, help me get through this. Yeah, it was with the Queen. Exactly what I saw. It was the feminine. She's bound. See her hands down like this. Yeah. They made him watch this. They made the masculine watch what happened, and that's as far as I'm going to go with that. I don't like going into the darkness, but this is the shadow lifetime, the one that, well, they've all been bad, but the one that made you literally both regress into the darkness until your angel of justice came in and say, okay, gave you your light and said, your higher self came in and said, okay, you've been here long enough. It's kind of like an ICU for the soul, or an intensive care unit for the soul. All the bad things that you've done, you literally cannot come into this lifetime with a memory of it. If you have it, it will drive you mad. The guilt, the shame, not understanding that it's destiny, it has to happen, it has to play out in order for us to get to this evolutionary point in life, for us to even think that those things are wrong, okay? To know that you cannot fillet someone, and to know that we can't have the same karmic laws that we used to have. But you guys agreed to come back in again after this lifetime of darkness and the one that really hurt you both and put you back. I don't like usually doing love reads. It's not my, like, forte. It's not really what I do. However, what I do is, what I absolutely will not do is disobey the Most High. So if the Most High wants me to do an Akashic Records reading with every deck I've got here, I guess we're going to be sitting here for a minute. However, I hope not. I hope not. I'll do it. But I don't really want to, you know. And, okay. Okay. Let's get your, sorry, let's see your, Lightworker deck. I'm going to pull the Lightworker deck out since we had the Lost Soul for that one. Now let's do the lifetime that you're, spiritually aware and lightworking, you know, working on the light. Let's see what that looks like. Most High, Saint Germain, please come in, wrap the violet flame, a cylinder of the violet flame around me and this deck of cards as I dedicate it to the Most High, truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And may the violet flame please transmute this energy as I channel it, so that by the time we get done with the reading and by the time that we are finished with this lifetime, the energy is all transmuted and can return back to its original source to be healed or whatever, for the greatest and highest good of all, okay? And so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you very much. Okay, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, Metatron, Melchizedek, Saint Germain, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, please come in. Oh, and the keepers of the highest of bright light and the light codes. The Karmic Council of Light, of course, and the Guardian Alliance of Light, since we are doing our light work lifetime. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, see that flame, that SOPHIA CRYSTOS energy. sensitivity, remembrance. See, remember who you are. Yeah, this is the lifetime that you become enlightened. Oh my goodness. Soul love. Number 33. Trust me, this is an expansion. This is the one where your Merkaba activates. See? Yeah, you're going to learn your soul's craft this time. Working on each other separate, working on yourself separately will be healing. Understanding your soul's energetic frequency, your soul's name. There we go, that's a big one. Visualizing what your soul looks like, how your soul feels, where your soul's at in any given moment is very healing. It's very healing, cathartic, and it helps open you up to listen to that inner voice so that you can go through your transformation and let your light shine through instead of having to cover it up like you had to in that lost timeline. Your soul's journey is what it variances. There's a variance every single lifetime, and just focus instead of focusing on that, focus on your wellness, honestly. Create healthy boundaries and space for joy to come in, because you're manifesting your soulmate. Yeah, whispers of your soulmate. Because even if you can't see them or hear them, you can always sense them. Okay? You can always hear and feel the whispers of your soulmate. Trust me. You can manifest them. Soul writing. I don't know if anyone's tried that before, but it's an excellent way to get in touch with your soul. To get in that, get in the flow state. Because there is only light. And remember, nothing has gone wrong. You're still you can still balance your masculine and your feminine energy, even if you're not with your feminine. Even if you're not with your masculine, okay? Yeah, this is the time that you go through that awakening, all right? The Vesica Pisces, excuse me, I was partially raised Catholic, I should know this, is that space where you activate the threefold flame, and as you do, the spheres expand, and in the center of both spheres overlapping is the Vesica Piscis. This is where we also get that fishtail, that if you turn it this way, it's this, and then you imagine the fishtail. That's where they get that Christian symbol for the fish, that WWJD thing. You could be connected with the animal kingdom this lifetime, because you are the universe, okay? And you have a specific soul's color. It looks very gold, very violet, very much red spectrum. This gives you plenty of insight, growth, and awareness. Ask your soul any questions. Yeah, channel it. Let go. Nourish your soul by asking. Divine masculine, you are powerful. You have the ability to stand in your focus and your authentic truth through meditation. Your divine feminine will align, and so will your soul family. In order to ground your inward revolution, you need to get in touch with your light beings and your soul tree, right? So that's your soul's lineage. Like you get an ancestral tree, you make you make a family tree. Get in touch with your soul tree, okay? That's what I had to do. That's how I know I'm channeling the SOPHIA CRYSTOS energy, because I am actually the Mary Magdalene soul. That SOPHIA CRYSTOS bloodline, or soul line, soul lineage. That's how I know what happened after my husband was crucified. And I had to take our kids to a monastery, because our daughter was so empathetic that she could absorb the emotions of anyone that held her and transmute them like that. That's how strong she was. Well, in doing that, everyone was transmuting their energy on our daughter. And I had to keep her safe. I knew she wouldn't be able to last very long with that kind of energy. And I escaped and took us took us to a monastery, and was able to escape some of the backlash from my husband and I's teachings. What are we going to do this lifetime, Most High? Can you please explain to us the lifetime that we're in? Please come in and wrap the sphere of the violet flame transmutation around this timeline. And I ask that this be the most recent timeline for our greatest and highest good for this reading. Please and thank you. Okay, once again, light. Six of Earth. Queen of Fire. The World again. I cannot well do. You know, I just had heard as the world turns, the star. Ooh. Justice. This lifetime is justice. Yep. For all the other lifetimes. And it's going to come in synchronistically. 3, 4, 6. It's going to come in. Yeah. 3, 4. You could be born February 21st. Let's see. May 4th, May 6th, May 3rd. You could have been born May 17th, May 21st. You could have been born April 3rd, April 6th, April 21st, April 17th. You could have been born June 4th, June 3rd, June 21st, or June 17th. This is the lifetime that everything comes to a head, and you're finally able to, yeah, that King of Water and the Queen of Fire. You're going to be able to finally come to, yeah, you're going to be stars. You're meant to travel the world. Yeah. Two sides of the same, yeah. I like that. Justice is this lifetime. Justice. Oh, I almost said someone could be named Justin. But justice. You get your justice this lifetime. Because you are a star. People have been doing destiny swaps and binding rituals, and this time you get your 6 of Earth. You get to be grounded. You get your coins. You get anything that you want in this world, because you are taking all the knowledge that you've learned from all your past lifetimes, and this is a lifetime. Yeah, you could have this. Yeah, you could be Egyptian. You could have a lineage of the Egyptian bloodline, the Haitian bloodline. You could have the Lemurian bloodline. But either way, you're an earth angel, masculine or feminine, regardless. You're an earth angel. And you have the ability to balance this energy out. Yeah, with the energy of transmutation. You have that gift. Yep. You could, look, I'm getting water a lot. You could have a Pisces, or, you know, you could be a water sign. Light. 4 of Earth. Yeah, this seems to be the Earth timeline, you know what? We've had the other ones. We've had the cup. We've had the we've had the coin, or we've had the cups and the pentacles. We've had the Yeah. This one's the... You could be really easily... yeah, especially if you're a king of water and she's a queen of fire. You know, that angel of balance is going to really come in handy for you. This is going to be a lot of emotions, whatever this is. You could be 43 years old. You could be 34 years old. You could be born on the 19th of the month, the 4th month, the 8th month. The 21st of the month. Of course, the 11th, the 17th. Whatever it is, I'm only getting water and fire out here. Water, fire, earth. It's kind of all of them combining. You know what I mean? I appreciate the fire. Yeah, you know, this gives me that solar barge. You've got an Egyptian bloodline. It's the solar barge that they travel on in Egypt. And it's given me, yeah, magician. You're a master. Yep. 1, 1, 1. See the sun in the background? How it's got that realistic solar flare face, like when you are in meditation and you meet with Solaris instead of not just the sun, but Solaris. It's you know, it's higher self, and it's given me the energy of the great solar disk. This is the energy of that, you know what I mean? That magician, yeah, that king of air and strength. Because this time you're gonna answer that call. You're gonna transmute this energy. You aren't gonna let anybody blow smoke up your ass anymore, because you are the high priestess or the king, you know, that high priestess, high priest energy. You are the king. You are grounded this time. You came back this time as an earth angel, an 8 of air. You are gonna be able to balance this out. You're 7 of water. You're also going to be coming into, and the 4 of fire. Look at that. Look, this right here that she's sitting on, it's kind of like an anchor watt is what it reminds me of. But all I can see are the light language written out in the background, like those hieroglyphs. You're going to be wealthy this lifetime too. You could be one of the first millionaires in your bloodline. That's Messenger of Earth came out. That means you're going to be grounded. You are grounded. Look, the 8 of Earth and the 8 of Fire with temptation underneath it. See, yeah, you're going to be yeah, you are this time. You could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You are going through, yeah. It's going to take a little bit, a long life. It's going to feel like a long life before it finally comes to pass, before fortune's wheel finally comes around. But this time, you'll be able to balance that masculine and feminine. Both of you will, okay? Both of you will be able to balance, and that will naturally bring you both into alignment with each other, okay? And this is going to keep, yeah, that Queen of Water, King of Fire. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, man? I can't make it up. Just, and your intuition is going to be completely on point. And this time, you're going to end up with your Queen energy, okay? That Queen energy, where no matter what, you're meant to be here. You're meant to do this. You're meant to balance this out. You will, and you shall, and what comes forth will be destined. You will lose your attachment to the full energy and go through a massive transformation to where you are now balanced, poised, mature, emotionally mature, spiritually mature, grounded, rooted, well rooted. I don't know if you can see all those vines. No more illusion, balancing out the illusion, becoming the emperor, having a child, maybe even, balancing the inner self, that's what that is. Balancing that inner child energy. Will offer yourself a pearl and the 10 of earth, 10 of coins, whatever. See, you'll have that barge in the sky, like I just said. It reminds me of that solar barge. Aw. Wise, wise, wise people. Two wise, very wise people. Being able to balance out their inner children, the inner masculine a second ago, now the inner feminine for the Empress, or the inner child feminine, inner child masculine. I feel like you are embodied in masculine and feminine form, and male form and in female form, and I feel like whatever's coming through, it's like Mary Magdalene was always portrayed as like the whore, you know, the prostitute, whatever. Well, it seems like this time, instead, she's going to be portrayed as what she truly is, which is an earth angel, you know, able to bring that fire or air, no matter what, if she needs to. But either way, is able to make that barge in the sky just completely, you can make it float, you know, like magic. Indigenous vibes. Be patient with yourself, because you're going through that Buddha energy, all right? And you can go through a weight gain during this time, especially during the happy Buddha energy. Once you're a happy Buddha, you know, you are well fed, you are full of solar energy, full of solar plexus energy. When you've got a stomach that size, you can take in a lot of energy, or a lot of air, okay? And this will help you be able to manifest energy easily. Sorry, I'm tired. Just be patient, okay? Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your counterpart, all right? Because you may want them, but that may be the issue, that you're wanting them so bad. See, somebody's being catty, all right? Someone is hissing and fighting in the background. It's that third party not wanting to give it up. It's that third party not wanting to let it go. Someone's being catty and ridiculous, and this lifetime you're growing your patience, you're learning how to alchemize that energy and manifest for yourself and your family. You ain't got time for this mess, you know what I mean? And I truly hope, and see, this is the lifetime that you finally get your justice for what's been done wrong to you, okay? And I apologize for the background noise if you heard that, but also just block and blind any evil eye, block, blind, and transmute any negative energy coming at you with the violet flame of transmutation, and sit in that energy until it literally turns from violet to silver. And once it turns silver, you will know that it has fully transmuted any energies that you've got going on that are discordant in your field, to help you to naturally attract that yin yang, masculine, feminine, black white, like I said, just that energy, you know, that ebb and flow, to get yourself in alignment with yourself, you know, so that you and your higher self line up. Once this happens, once you and your higher self line up, the world comes into alignment with you. You'd think it'd be the other way around, like you've got to get into alignment with the world, which is what you're taught, but that's not how manifestation actually works, okay? You got to get into alignment with yourself. You may want that new job, but are you vibrating at the frequency to get that new job? The hermit in the world, okay? What I'm saying, I'm telling you, if this is what you want, and you truly want that ebb and flow, and that you got to balance that masculine with that feminine, go into your shadow work and start digging it up. Literally just start pulling up anything and letting it sit in your body and resonate until you absolutely are done feeling it and you've learned every last ounce that you can from it. It shouldn't take you long, honestly, because time is fluid, But if it does, you just saw how long this reading was with each one of our timelines that I channeled. You're going to have to give yourself some time to catch up with yourself. You're like, where's the change coming? Slowly but surely it will happen. Because you are a queen. And you are a wise one at that, okay? You earned your feathers. You've earned it. And ye shall receive the hangman. Yeah, man. Because you're going to answer the call, I'm telling you. Okay, so love and light. Have a good night or day. Shalom. Good evening. Grand rising. You know, whatever time, day, whatever it is for you. I wish you an amazing rest of this timeline and an amazing rest of your soul's journey. And I do pray that whatever it is that this soul is searching for, that it may find its, you know, it may find peace and prosperity in itself, in oneself and higher self, by using their intuition and balancing will help you to open up that portal. Look, there's the Ankh again. It's the symbol for creation. So I wish you love and light. Thanks for hanging out with me. Please don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, definitely the subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. And I send you love and light, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to let you guys know. Is that it? Is that it, Holy Spirit? Michael? Archangel Michael, my bad. Drink water. Drink plenty of water. Meditate. Take in the sun. And remember that I love you. Later.